Good morning. I'm learning how to use our cooking equipment here. And you know what? I never made eggs over easy before in my life, but this time I just had this idea that I'm going to try this because we have a non-stick pan. And look at this. Does this look like I did it right? And now we're going to warm up some buns. I had a little bit of trouble with this thing to figure out, the max is on that side and the minimum is on the other, but that's fine. Got a coffee pot there, we got sugar, we got buns. Hello.
You don't put me on. I'm like, waiting for you to finish here.
Oops. Okay, so the point was, I'm toasting the buns. We're gonna have breakfast, very basic one, and then later we're gonna buy more groceries. Oh, look at this bun. I don't know what time it is. I don't know what we're gonna do today. But bikes to assemble. There are a few things we need to get here for the apartment, if you can call it that. But yeah, the night was good. Like we were comfortable, we slept good. Even though there's a street right out there, it wasn't too bad. While Barbara's in the shower, might as well tell you how we afford being away from Canada for 2 months at a time during the coldest period of the year. Well, number one, we're both self-employed. That's kind of a condition because who can get 2 months off from a job they signed up for? That's almost impossible. Like being self-employed, my work is not really completely seasonal, but in the wintertime, especially after Christmas, it gets awful quiet. And of course, any outdoor job that I ever get, I won't want to do in the winter, even if people ask for it. So that's much better starting March, when all the ice is going away. To be honest with you, I also enjoy the outdoor jobs the most. So January, February, it's a good thing to be away from Edmonton. Barbara as well, it gets really quiet. The other thing is, we save up for this for the whole year. Already noisy out there. What we do this year, we estimate that it costs us in total less than $5,000 Canadian. However, sometimes that can go up or down a little bit. But it just takes a little bit of preparation, a little bit of the mindset throughout the whole year to be ready for this. Well, just how can you come up with an extra $5,000 by the end of a year? Well, with me, it almost didn't work this year because look at this truck. This cost me $6,000 in total, and I was expecting a bit less. But however, sometimes it's just the choices we make. For example, you could buy a brand new car and your payment could be $500 a month. Or a designer purse can cost as much as $5,000. A fancy suit. Even your lattes at Starbucks and your beer. It can all add up. There's no winter escape with some kind of sacrifice. That's just how it is. And then, of course, you've seen the place we're staying at. It is nothing luxurious. It's nothing fancy. It is probably way too small for, what we had in mind, but we'll make it work. Last year, we had a place that was easily twice the size, and we had a balcony where all the kitchen equipment was, so it was a whole different story. But even this, it'll be fine. Now, we're in a totally different place. We don't know our way around here in Mazatlan. So it's an adventure. We have to learn about everything here. And in a way that's exciting, but it's also sometimes a little bit stressful for the first couple of weeks or so. But that's why it needs to be a 2 months visit, because otherwise I'd rather be in a hotel where everything is prepared and there's perhaps everything included.
2 weeks at our luxury resort, $4,999 only.
But this, what we're doing, I like it so much better.
Hang on.
Hey Barb, GoPro moment.
Woo! You like my sexy hat?
So we just bought hats because Barbara didn't have a cap, and well, I always get sunburn on my neck. This Chinese store that I forgot to film that, Barb. They actually had dildos in there. Next time.
It's a fruit wine. You can't have our lemon wine.
Hmm?
Mazatlån.
Yeah, me too. So it's been more than 24 hours that we've been in Mazatlan. We haven't seen the ocean yet. That's almost like a sin, but that's we're on the way there now, I think. Well, we have seen the ocean, but just from far away.
Kind of took the other scenic route,
Yeah.
looking for shoots.
And we had some errands to run, like get some things for the house. And then we didn't even unpack our bikes yet. So there's a lot to do the first few days. And we still don't have enough, but it's an ongoing process. I can see the ocean, by the way. And we could again go by those high rises to see how far we need to go and stuff. This decoration, it's about missing people. One of them says, "Help us find him." Another one says, "Desaparecido," means disappeared. So we don't know the history of it, but you know, it's Sinaloa, Mexico. He's dead.
Their daughter.
Yeah, I can see that. It's like there's a funeral for a little girl that we just see going by. So we're finally on the Mazatlån. Now we gotta figure out which way is home.
I think it might be a little bit too rough.
Huh?
I already know it'd be too rough for me.
This?
Yeah. I could tell by the same wave.
Well, but they're small. Somebody's selling their goodies. Here's an interesting sculpture, monument, whatever you want to call it.
Stuff in my head about my VR.
Yeah, Barbara has a virtual reality headset, and she's got a program how to create 3D art, and this is inspiring her. So there might be some interesting artwork resulting from our visit here.
here's a unique building. It's got a hole in the middle, and there are parts to it on the other side that are kind of floating. And there's another one that they're building like that. That's going to be our landmark to how we get back home, because we seen that one yesterday and we didn't know anything around here. We're going to cross the big boulevard. We're still not used to doing this here because it's not like Edmonton where they actually have to stop for you. Yeah, see this? It's definitely a crosswalk, but you can't get across. Yeah, we're still not used to the crosswalk here. We have to train ourselves and, you know, timing the cars and kind of running, because where we are from in Edmonton, Alberta, we always complain about back buttons and the flashing lights, and you can't rely on people stopping. Well, here you can pretty much rely on people not stopping. So it's different, but I don't think it's better. In Edmonton, sometimes when you have 3 lanes, the problem is that there might be 2 of them stopping and 1 of them doesn't. So you can't take it for granted. Here, you at least you know where you're at. You know, somebody headed for you in a car, just don't jump in front of the car. The reason I'm pointing at the camera at this is because that pipe that comes down the building is actually made from old oil drums. Barbara pointed that out. It seems like there is a construction boom going on in Mazatlan. This is going to be the next big tourist mecca, or if it's not already, because once they got these high-rises up close to the beach, I mean, imagine the people that are staying in there.
It's like a precinct, like a nun's quarters.
Thanks to this bridge, we don't have to cross this busy street. I wish there were more of these because it makes our life much easier. So today, probably just from walking around, we probably walk like 10 kilometers or so. And we're going to sleep like babies tonight. It doesn't even matter if it's noisy outside or not. Which last night, by the way, it wasn't. So I think we'll be just fine. Crocs are my thing. They're so much more comfortable than shoes. Mind you, these ones feel a little bit stiff. I guess they're just new.